hello there. It's wonderful again to be back here to discuss very important national issues. Welcome. On today's edition, we are going to have a conversation with Mr. Eric Moses Akullah. He is the president of the Mberev Community Development Association in Amadu, Chanchanji ward, Takum local government area of Taraba State. The southern Taraba State area has been battered in recent years by recurring attacks that have left villages burnt, farms abandoned, and families displaced. Our guest comes from the front line. He will tell us what life looks like for farmers who still try to cultivate the soil, how local people are keeping fragile peace, what, if anything, the state and security agencies have done, and what urgent steps are needed to protect women, children, and food supply in Taraba State. Mr. Akullah, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be discussing Taraba State, what the reality is for a lot of people, especially as we have been recording heightened security issues. Welcome once again, and thank you so much for being part of the program. I guess my first question to give basis to this conversation is, how is Taraba today? How is the Mberev community?
Thank you, Dr. Joy. Yeah, Taraba, as we say, especially the southern Taraba, is really disastered. Disastered in the sense that most of our people are not at home. They've been in IDP camps that we have said. And even the IDP camps are not also safe, because people running out of the IDP camps to wherever, we don't know. It's not actually safe at all. There have been killings and killings. Even today, as I speak with you, we had some reports back home of killings still. And in fact, it's terrible, really terrible for our people back home.
What would you say? What would you say the root cause of these killings are? Because it's really unfortunate. I mean, we keep recording this this event. We keep talking about it, and Nigerians. I read somewhere, although it was making light of the issue, but we have become so used to these killings all of a sudden. It's unfortunate that we're losing lives and properties. But what would you say is causing this?
It's actually very, very unfortunate to even say that we have become
used to reports of killings. It's unfortunate.
Very, very unfortunate. Well, how it started back at home, the report we started hearing then was that our people in their farms, once you wake up early in the morning, you go to the farm, you see that your farm is wiped out completely. The guinea corn, the cassava, the yams, you see nothing. These people goes with the matches and then clear the farm, pack it for their cows to eat. And when you talk, they now become hostile. Remove their matches and start macheting you. To extend that. So we have killings. Up to this killing started, and then we'll go to police. They will report. Nothing will be done. Actually, that was how it all started. Killing from the farm, destroying the farm's land, and like that. So it continues until sometime around 27th of October. So it now became a full-blown disaster, crisis. Right. That they came with their guns, started invading villages.
Before you go ahead, I mean, I think we should. When you keep saying they came, the ravage your farmland,
yes.
Who are you referring to exactly?
Okay, I am referring to the Fulani herders, that is herdsmen. They are the ones. and most of them, they will come from wherever we don't know in the name of grazing. And when they want to graze, they start destroying people's farms. So as we speak, in fact, the kind of farming that we actually, our people will go through will be second to none.
Because there will be nothing to eat. Everything has been
destroyed at home. Everything, when I say everything has been destroyed. Those few people sleeping in our town called Amadu, up to now, they still sleep with fears. They have run away from the interior villages to this Amadu, yet they are still not safe. We still have the same Fulani herdsmen coming at night to attack them, to kill.
So it is no longer, because what it has moved now. It has gravitated from grazing on your farmland to attacking communities.
Completely destroying homes, destroying houses, because there's no longer farm to destroy. So they have started attacking directly, destroying homes.
To what end? I mean, when you destroy homes and kill individuals in that home, what do you think they hope to achieve by that? Because at this point, you are not trying to, it's not to feed your cows, as you have alleged. What then is the motive?
So, the motive is, for me, I think, is just land grabbing. They are trying to take over our central home, our central's home. That is
okay. If there's anything we know about this, these individuals you refer to as herdsmen,
yes,
they are nomadic. They usually do not settle. I do think there's now a change. Are they beginning to settle to a point where they want community land and all that?
Yeah, some of them want that, and this is also a kind of how will I put it? This is so. What we are seeing is the hand of
Esau and in the okay. I think I guess I know what you mean.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Where there's more to what you're seeing.
Because in the place where we actually settle, we came from, or we are, you know, we have other neighbors. We have the Kutebs, we have the Jukuns that we live together with for hundreds of years, that we've been together with.
Okay.
So if you then look back at what happened in Ukari, the same southern Taraba, our people are no longer in their central homes. They have been chased away. They don't come there. They have nothing to do there again. And we are now looking at it as if it's the same thing they want to replicate in the Takum local government too. These same people I'm telling you about, not the Fulani. We are looking at it as if there are people behind this, though we can't just conclude.
Right.
Yeah, but we are looking at something like that. Because it's happened in Okari, they succeeded in Okari, changed the villages we had before. They have changed their names to the names that fit them.
What do you mean by change the village? The ancestral community and village,
yes,
has been chased away by some individuals
and then
renamed
the villages again.
Was there ever a time that there was that clash? I know there used to sometimes be community clash. Was there ever a time?
There have been a lot can say this dated back since 1959.
Okay,
so
for our viewers' sake, I want us to follow the story sequentially.
Yes.
These individuals who have chased away a community and renamed that community, they are no longer, they are not headers now, are they?
These are not headers.
These are
but we are looking at it as if they are actually behind
The attacks.
The attacks that are going on currently.
Okay, because
Yes.
it seems as if the headers come, chase individuals away,
Yes.
villagers away, and
Yes.
then these individuals come take over.
Looks as if they don't want to maybe spearhead it, or they don't want to come out openly to do that themselves. So sometimes they go in disguise using these headers. Even though headers have their own
ulterior
motive too. That is the mistake these same people, individuals, don't know. That these people they are using to chase a particular tribe away have their own motive too. So by the time they succeeded, you know, in Taraba, if you go down to the upper Taraba after Ukari there are villages that were thief villages.
Okay.
And then, but if you go right now as we speak, the thief people are no longer there. Who settles there? The Fulani people are completely, they have taken over the villages. We have their names, we have Mahanga, we have close to a place they call Danacha. So there are places like that that these people have chased our people away and they have taken over. And they are gradually coming down. That is why we also look at it as land grabbing too. Gradually coming down. They've done it in Okari. There are places in Okari that were virtually thief people that settled there. But now as we speak, we don't have any thief man living there. In fact, sometimes even passing there, you will be passing with fears.
So I have to stop you right there, because you are having this we're having this conversation, and it's almost as if there is not a community that has government. It's not a community that has councillors, has local government chairman, has governors, has representative of constituencies in state houses of assembly. Yes. And federal house. So where is the presence of government in trying to ensure peace and security of lives and properties? Before we get into, the structured internal traditional methods that we Africans have always known.
That is the question some of us keep asking. Where is the governor? Where is our representatives? And when this thing started, that 27, 28, our Senator Jim Kuta, came. And on that day, when he saw what happened, the IDPs, he really shed tears and he was moved with emotion. So after which he left with promises. That was on Friday. I can't remember the exact date, but on Friday, but it was in October, that when he gets to the National Assembly.
When you say October, you mean last month?
Yes, last month. Yes. When he gets back to Abuja, to the floor of the House, he was going to raise a motion. He was going to do that. Yes, he tried on that day. Looking at that, he dropped something for the IDP to get food and other things. He tried on that day. But since then, we have not heard anything from him. Our House of Rep member, we learned he's pushing some bags of corn. Just some bags of corn.
As usual, corn being our food, go-to, corn and rice. It's unfortunate, but again, when I was asking for government presence,
I'm still
that's not what I'm talking about.
I'm going there. Yeah, thank you. So I'm just trying to give you some background of some of their efforts.
That's not effort, if you ask me.
Very good. So after which, they told us the governor was at Ukari. He came for his younger brother or whoever was waiting at Ukari.
Okay. Is Ukari very far from the community that
it's
was
about
attacked?
70 or 75 kilometers, so it's not that far.
All right.
And it's an express way too. So he now left Ukari. From what we heard, that he was coming at the spot where the IDPs were
had gathered
in Amadu. Unfortunately, he came and passed. He did not even stop because there is an airport in Takum. So from there, he now flew to wherever we don't know. And since then, we have tried and tried to get his attention or prove abortive. And as we speak, he has not uttered a word
in condemnation of what's going on.
What is going on. Unfortunately, and very, very unfortunately, you know, he was to decamp from APC to, I mean, from PDP to APC.
Right.
Yes. So unfortunately, and to our surprise and greatest surprise, he said he's going to put his decamping ceremony on hold as a result of what happened in Kebbi. The school girls that were
so he was sympathizing with the people
in Kebbi, but the one in his domot or in his
that happened in his state.
Yes, he said nothing about it, and as I'm speaking with you up to now, he has not said anything about it.
Do you think do you think, I mean, like I said, we have become so complacent sometimes that maybe security intel was not sent to him? Do you think that's happening? And I know I had told you earlier that we'll get into the media report of this conversation, but I think it's time. Yes. Do we have enough coverage of these events that are unfolding, this unfortunate event? Is it even possible that the governor is not aware of what's going on in these communities?
We personally on our own efforts, we did.
Okay.
We wrote to the police, to the IG of police. We wrote to the chief of army staff. We wrote to the DSS. We wrote to even civil defense. We wrote to almost all these security outfits, informing them that this is what is going on, that is not even that is hidden, or how will I put it, but this is what is actually going on in our community. So last week, I think on Tuesday last week, the army called that I should come. There's a letter for me, the chief of army, from the chief of army staff office. So I go there. Yes, I will say the army, the police, they have actually tried their best.
Okay, I like what you said.
Yes.
What do you mean by they have tried their best?
Well, we call on them, they responded, and as we speak now, we still have them at home, but not at the spot where these things are happening. The Brigadier General from the Brigade Command in Taraba State, that is Jalingo, moved down as we speak. We land is in Takum.
Okay.
But there are no much security in Amadu where these things, these killings are going on. Are you getting me?
Very well.
Yeah, there are not much security present as we speak. We, in terms of police, I think I was told we have about, altogether with the police, they are not up to 20 personnel there. And in the same Amadu, we have a camp of this special force, Operation Wise-Stroke. But yet,
is it before this series of attacks, or this is what has always been? And in spite of having this formations around that community.
Yes.
You still record these attacks.
These serious
So what do
killings.
you mean by the army, the police is doing well? Because I'm confused. I would have said, I mean, I'm not a security expert, but
Yes.
I would think if a community like that is volatile to attacks, we would have the joint task force, the army, the police, and the security architecture going through patrolling those areas just to ensure that no attack is done.
Yes.
And we've been recording this, and it's very unfortunate instances where there's even intel that, oh, we are beginning to see individuals who we do not recognize. It's like there's an impending attack. They come, and after a while they leave. You know, what do you really want from them? What do you think will really stop this crisis?
What we want from them, and the letter we wrote from them, was for them to come, at least give us a maximum security, that is personnel, to mount the farm, so that our people will go back to
be able to farm.
And then
Wow.
the brigadier general that came, that's in charge of the troop now there, I wasn't there, but I was told that he came with a promise. That was the area I said, at least they are trying. He came with a promise that is assuring our people that they will go back to the farm, and they will also celebrate the Yuleta, that is the Christmas and New Year, in their homes. That is the promise he gave them. So
the
on
place
that
will be
note,
so safe that the community can return and celebrate the Yuletide season.
On that note, I gave him that. But we are yet, or we wish to see him matching his words with action.
Right.
So that what he has said, let us see it. And we have also made some other commitment, or had some meetings with the Fulani communities.
Okay.
Have some meeting with the Jukuns, and that is these communities. We have had some peace talk with them. So what we always maintain is that, you know, this is a farm. Does it have legs to move?
Of course not.
Is the cows or whatever that comes down to consume or to destroy the farmland here? So when we were talking with them, we actually told them that we are not at war with anybody. And they will made some of our chiefs back home to even sign some peace agreement.
Right.
Which we told them that, yes, we will sign this. But in this case, we have never left our community to go fight with anybody.
Okay.
These people come to attack us. So, signing peace agreement where, yes, let it be done. But they should know, and let it be on record, that these people are coming to attack us. We don't go to attack anybody. They have already chased our people out of their homes. In IDP camps, you still don't want them to have peace. You still don't want them to rest. You still don't want them to feed. So it's quite unfortunate.
So what often, I mean, I want to know, when you have these security meetings with important stakeholders, and they come sit down and you tell them, this is our farmland, this is, we are not attacking you, why are you attacking us, please stop, and you have those conversations, what does it result to? Are they admitting that they are doing it? Because so far it's just an allegation. Are they admitting that they are doing it, and what are the terms?
They have admitted.
What are the terms they put on to say, you know what, if only we could have this, we would stop the attacks?
There are no terms, but we are having a feel as that, as I said earlier, they just want to chase out of that place. And
but I mean, during these peace talks,
yeah,
what did they say?
Okay, one of the reasons they gave was that, you know, in Benue, before Governor Autumn, there was a grazing
Right, Prohibition Act.
Yes, there. And then when the present governor came on board, he relaxed that. So they settled there. So along the line, they started killing the farmers in Benue too. So they were like chased out of the Benue side. So you know, some of us are actually at the boundary between Benue and Taraba State.
Exactly.
So when they were chased from Benue into Taraba
As
State.
they were chased, they came towards Taraba.
They entered our side.
Right.
So from there, they now started, they started saying that we are thief people. Since we are thief, we shouldn't live here. That this land belongs to them. They were chased out of Benue, so we have to live where we are. We have to also leave our central home for them to occupy. Since they were chased out of Benue State, we have to also leave. Those were the kind of reasons they were actually giving.
These are reasons they gave to you, to your face. They had that conversation.
Yes, yes.
So, at what point did you take this? Because it's obviously not resolved. I would expect that the authorities will be called in to settle it better, since it's obvious that the internal local peace building efforts did not yield any result.
We had a meeting between them and the area commander.
Okay.
The CEO of that is the army barracks there, and then the DPO and the chief of Takum too. We had meeting between with all these people, and yet, as we finished the meeting, before we could even get back home, we hear that they have started attacking again.
Wow, Mr. Eric, I mean, this is one of the saddest realities of several communities across Nigeria, where we keep recording these attacks with no seeming if quick facts and lines to give you an idea just of what's going on right there. In June 2025, suspected herders razed at least 62 houses in Bali local government area after a dispute over access to water. Analysts say repeated reprisal and competition over land and water worsened, of course, by climate change and climate stress that are major drivers of violence across Taraba and the Middle Belt. This is not a story that is not peculiar to most Nigerians that will be listening to us. Several communities are facing exactly the conversation we are having here. But enough is enough. People are dying, and we have gotten the conversation to discuss solutions to what is really going on in these communities, how we can have lasting, sustained peace across our communities in Nigeria. Again, I have in the studio Mr. Eric Akullah right here in the studio. Thank you once again for staying with us. You had discussed the internal peace building effort that was done. I don't think that you came to the end of that meeting. I think there was still so much to discuss. But let's talk solutions now. In your own assessment of what's going on across the state, what do you think is the solution, the lasting solution? Because I would not sit here and honestly say leave your ancestral home. It will be very insensitive, while also saying that, you know what, how do we get to a level playing ground, a middle place for both parties?
Okay, thank you once again. I think I can say I don't know whether it's real or it's just one of these social media fabrications. I don't really know. But I saw something that the Minister of Livestock,
okay,
you are a journalist, so you should
of
know
course.
if it is real, saying there will be total ban on open grazing.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So, for me, I think that should be one of the major action to be taken.
A
In
ban
the
on open grazing.
In this 21st or so century, we still have cows roaming around.
Even in the streets of Abuja.
Yes.
I mean,
So
we
it's
see it
totally
at
uncalled for.
why do you think over the years, in spite of experts telling you, you know what, it is no longer in vogue, this is why do you think Nigeria has had such a difficult thing having the ranching system?
You know, we play politics with everything. We play politics with religions, we play politics with people's life, we play politics with, in fact, virtually everything about Nigeria. Some people feel they are the owners of the country, so they can do. There was a bill at the National Assembly by one of these senators from Benue State about this open grazing. You understand? And I could hear, or I listened to one of the senators from Kebbi, former governor, stood up and wanted to challenge the senator from Benue State by bringing up the bill. You know that we have in our Nigerian constitution, we have a freedom of movement. Yes, we are not disputing that we have freedom of movement. You can move to wherever you want. But those cow, I also remember when our distinguished Senate President, who also said, yes, human beings has freedom of movement. But does cow or nama or animal has such? It doesn't. So for me, we should be serious about this open prohibition of open grazing. That is number one. And then our security should also step up, because it looks sometimes as if they have been compromised.
Yes, in cahoots with
the criminals or whatever names we give them.
Right.
Because if our security it's like they have compromised. And now you cannot even differentiate between the security personnel and the criminal coming to attack you. So if our security can actually come up and we know that yes, they are upright, I think 90% of this will stop.
But has communities such as yours been, cooperating with security agencies? I mean, in intelligence gathering and sharing. Have you communicated? Is it a channel that ensures that, you know what, we're in distress, you make the call and you expect help, or it just always happens after we record this crisis and so many people have passed?
We do give them intelligent information, because whenever these people are crossing, there's a place they call Manya. It's a river. They cross from there into our side to attack us. So whenever they are crossing, people always see them crossing.
Right.
And there's always a first-hand security information that we give it to them.
Right.
That this is what is happening. So sometimes when you give such information, they don't come at the right time. Is when these people have come and after the havoc and they have left, you will now see them coming. They will move as if they want to go. After some minutes, they turn back. Meanwhile, the damages has been done.
Right.
Yeah, so that is it. So the major problem is our security. They are
Okay.
not.
Well, I also like to ask before you go ahead. I mean, we've been having the conversation around community policing and all that. What happens to every community? Often has the vigilante that kind of protects each community. Is it something that you people have looked into to just protect yourself? I'm unsure what to really advise.
That is another way I want to also look at it. We do, and we have the vigilante, the local vigilante, and sometimes when this security, government security, come in, instead of maybe collaborating with the local security, they turn this local security, they name them some names. That is, when you want to kill a dog, you give it a bad name. Sometimes they don't turn them to be criminals. They just say these are criminals. And then when they come, instead of them to collaborate with these people, they will want to chase the locals security away.
Chase the local security?
Yes. They start going after this local security that we are even protecting the communities.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Of course, yeah, but that is what we are facing. That is one of the things our security are actually doing.
So let me get something straight.
Yes.
There's a vigilante group.
Yes.
That probably has been securing the place, ensuring that there's at least some level of security and peace.
Yes.
And but when the federal security architecture comes, the law enforcement comes,
they tag those ones criminals and they start going after them.
Why do you think that is?
We don't know. And by the time they now crippled the local security that we have,
they leave you more porous.
Of course, that is what is happening. They leave us more porous. So those are the challenges. And then we now look at it as if, have these people been bought over? Or how is it that when they come, instead of them to collaborate, they go after this and then leaving us vulnerable?
I mean, you are the leader. You are the leader of this Community Development Association. Have you written to, say, the police that often are first responders, right? Yes. The police and the military that are first responders, to say, you come and attack the only architecture that we have, the only protection we have. These are individuals who risk their lives. The Nigerian constitution does not even give them opportunity to carry arms. Yes. So they are very exposed. Yes. Have you written to lay complaint to say you are attacking the very people who give us the smallest kind of protection?
We do. One of the things that also surprises us, there was a time the security men were seen collecting cow from
the headers?
Yes.
Right.
With backhoe back.
Okay.
Yes.
So allegedly this was a picture of the security formation in Taraba.
Yes.
Having conversations with these individuals and even
so
collecting
let me finish.
A cow.
So when I wrote something to the kind of a complaint, and one of the intelligence officer called me about it. That is their usual way of, that is what whether it's the CEO that usually give them this every month or every week for them to, but I now told him that, look, we know all these things. If it is official that the CEO or the armies are giving you this every month, that is not the way they should be given. You understand?
So there was an admission. There was admission that they actually did get this.
Yes.
But that it was just to support them of some sort.
Well, I don't know whether what kind of support, but were they supposed to go to that?
Wow.
Governments are paying you. You're there for government to protect people. So I now told him that, yes, our fears with that, these are the same people killing us. And then seeing you that come to protect us, going to collect a gift.
It
from
shows right
them.
there that you are compromised.
Yes.
Right.
So we were worried. So that was the conversation, though. But I said they actually tried, and they are still trying, but they need to put on more
effort.
effort.
I can only
That is the
imagine. I mean, when
solution.
we have conversations like this, especially about security breaches, children and women are often most affected. How are they coping with this in-season crisis and attacks?
My sister, if you see what is happening now with the elderly people,
Exactly.
the children, and most of them, feeding is the problem. Their means of livelihoods have been destroyed. They cannot go to farm. So it's now the whole burden is actually on us, trying to see how we could level up with their feeding and medical bills and what have you.
Yeah.
So those are the challenges we are facing right now. We have a lot of them going through. We go to pay bills in the hospital. Even those people that were being macheted, we are doing. If I have some very gullible pictures that if
We
I
cannot
showed
have
you,
gruesome pictures on our platform,
yes,
but I can understand what you're
yes. When
feeling.
if I could show you those pictures,
Absolutely.
you, in fact, when you look at it, and these are not new to you actually.
Okay,
but
so
have
we
seen it.
really are running
Yes.
out of time.
Yes.
If you have an opportunity, let's say the governor is right here, Governor Abu Kefas is right here listening to you, what would you tell him right now and here?
Okay, thank you. You know, we are all his subject, all his people, and he has taken an oath, right,
To protect
to
you,
protect us, both our properties and life.
your lives, exactly.
Yes. So I don't think he should neglect us the way he's doing. I call it neglect because he has forgotten about us totally, actually. We try to see him. We try to, in fact, some letters have been written to him, but up till now, we have not gotten any response from him. He has not sent any team to come. He has not come himself, so it is totally wrong. I am sorry for that, but he needs to at least come to our aid.
Wow. That's a very sad story right there. I would also join voices to say, Your Excellency, please come to the aid of these individuals that are really, really suffering. It's unfortunate what we are having to report. The death of anyone should concern you as a governor. Having said that, thank you so much, Mr. Akullah, for being part of the program. Eric Moses Akullah is the president Mberev Community Development Association in Taraba State. Thank you for sharing some of the things that's been going on. I hope that help comes and help comes really soon, and I would, as a journalist, keep pounding on these issues as much as I can. Thank you so much for being part of the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is where we draw the curtains on today's edition of the program. I've had a wonderful time having a first-hand insight into what's going on in some communities within Taraba State. Like I said earlier, I hope help comes and help comes soon. I hope our law enforcement agencies get their act together and protect lives and properties as it is within their right. This is where we end today's show. Rest assured we'll be back next time with so much more. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.